What is up, YouTube people? I hope you can hear me clearly with all the cars and the people and the background noise and all of that, but I'm sitting outside right where my school is actually, where I take my Mandarin classes in Taipei, and I have a quick 15 minutes before the class actually starts, and I thought I would make a very, very fast video about something that was occurring to me while I was on the metro on my way here, on the train. So I think there's two really big questions that I think that all language learners should absolutely be asking themselves. The first one is, like, what is your desired level of fluency? How fluent do you actually want to become in your target language eventually? Do you want to become super fluent, like a near native speaker? Is it just conversational? Is it, like, what are you trying to achieve, right? And not like in an ideal world, but like realistically, where would you like to end up when all is said and done with your target language or languages? You have to ask yourself that question, because depending on what your answer is, depending on how fluent you want to become, and depending on what you want to actually achieve, the steps you take are probably going to be very, very different. So for me, for example, a big thing is being so strong, having a level in a language where most native speakers would instantly consider me, if they closed their eyes and they didn't see me, they would think that I'm from a country that speaks that target language. Which means, for example, with that kind of outcome, I have to be really good at pronunciation. I just have to, right? Because I can be super duper strong, but if I even have 20% of an accent or whatever, people are not gonna think that I am a native speaker if they were to close their eyes and not physically see me, right? So accent and pronunciation becomes a very big focus of my studies. So you have to ask yourself, like, where are you trying to end up when all is said and done? What level of fluency are you trying to achieve? The second thing, and this is probably the harder thing to really think about, the harder thing to deal with, is, do you deep down actually believe that you're gonna get there? Now that's a more interesting question. If the answer is yes, then fantastic, that's good. If the answer is no, you've got to explore that. You've got to explore, like, why? Like, why do you feel like you're not gonna get there? Is it that you're not taking the steps that you feel are necessary? Is it that you are, I don't know, that you lack self-confidence? Is it that you're struggling? Is it that, like, what is going on? And you have to explore that and do your absolute best to resolve a lot of those, a lot of that insecurity or whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, if deep down you're thinking to yourself, I'm trying to achieve, let's say, hypothetically, conversational fluency in Spanish, let's say, right? Or in Mandarin. We're in Taiwan, so let's say Mandarin. But I don't really think I'll ever get there. Well, there's a contradiction, and in that contradiction, it's gonna be a lot harder for you to achieve that level of fluency. So if you don't, at a minimum, explore that, do you really believe you're gonna get there? At a minimum, explore it and try your best to work through that and resolve it. You're probably gonna have a difficult time actually achieving what you're trying to achieve in your target language or languages. So it's something to think about, and something that, I don't know if people actually do think about. So anyway, I know it's a quick little video, 3.5 minutes. I appreciate your attention. You guys are the best. We'll talk later. Bye.